Today we're going to get very satisfied. And like any good preschooler, we're going to do that with shapes and colors. Every time we laser one pink circle, we get one pink point. We can use those points to upgrade, so now we get 2 points per pink circle. So we've doubled our production already.
We're going to do this until we become literally a god.
And once we save the 25 points, we can upgrade again. Now we're going to get even more per blob. So we're up to 3 per shot. Our production is going bananas. The next upgrade comes at 70, so it's going to take a second, but it's going to be worth it. And because of our rate of production, we're actually going to get there quite quickly. There's 70, upgrading again, we're going to get 2 more per blob, so now we're getting 5 per shot. And if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. There's 140 points we need to get a further 40% income increase. Now we get 7 points per blob, and we can also unlock the gunner drone for only 20 points. That automatically fires at pink blobs every once in a while, I believe also for 7 points, so that's going to be nice background money for us. But it's not the quickest firing, so we're definitely going to save up and get it more bullets per second. It's currently at 0.59 bullets per second, it's going up to 0.88, so its rate of fire went up by 50%. It's also rotating very slowly, so we're going to have its velocity turn up by quite a bit. We're going to do that twice so it can turn faster. Income has quickly climbed up to over 300 points, which means we can increase our income again. We can get 3 more per blob. We're going from 7 to 10 per blob. The next upgrade is twice as many. I'm having so much fun just with pink blobs. It does cost 1300, so it's going to take a second to get there. Luckily, I've got a drone that can pretty much do all the work for me. I just couldn't resist. We saved up 1300 points, so now we get twice as many points. So now we get 20 per blob, which seems excessive given where we're at in the game, but that's going to set us up nicely for the future to make even bigger numbers, and things are going to get stupid. First things first, we're going to make our drone 50% faster again. And then we're going to turn its fire rate up 50% so we can get even more of those circles. I still think the biggest holdout to our production is this drone not moving quick enough. Like, it can fire very quickly, it just can't circle around quick enough, so we're going to upgrade its RPM another 50%. That thing's going to be fast by the time we're done with it. So we'll let it go and gather up some points for a little while, then we'll come back and spend our fortune. Well, that didn't take long. 10,275. We have double what we need for the upgrade, so now we can get 40 per blob, while also increasing the rotation of our drone. And I guess we're probably long overdue to unlock the blue blobs, so let's start getting some of those appearing. Those will also come with their own upgrades and stuff. It would be nice to increase my fire rate and the spawn rate of blobs. The blue balls naturally will take some of our attention away. We won't focus on pinks quite as much, but we're earning so much per pink that it's going to be okay. But the blues are already worth twice as much. And if we get 40 blue blobs, we can actually increase our laser rate of fire, which would be great. Before doing that, we need to make an investment. We're now going to get 3 points per blue blob. Maybe let's increase the fire rate of our drone as well, another 50%. It's currently firing 1.3 per second, now it's firing 2 bullets per second. By the time we're done messing with that, we can upgrade the blue production, so now we're getting 5 per blob. Oh, and increasing my rate of fire only costs 40, so all we got to do is shoot 1 more blue blob and we'll have enough. We've gone from 0.5 shots per second to 0.7. But we still need more blue production. 7 per bullet. Okay, while we're at it, we're going to make a small investment of 180 blue points in one moment to unlock the generator to get Aquarius points. Might as well be stockpiling everything we can. So now we're having these appearing so we can also blast those whenever we see them. So if I'm understanding this correctly, we've got to accomplish these things to get Aquarius points or increase the production of it. This is also a retroactive thing, so we've already accomplished a lot of these tasks. Basically, we've done 3 missions for 3 points so far. And I suddenly can't help but notice my drone is gone. Not really sure where it went. We can also increase the blob count and orbital capacity, which means we can have more of them floating up there in space. The more blobs that spawn, the more we can kill, and the better off we're going to be. I can also upgrade my laser another 40%, so we're doing about 1 per second now. And it does feel a lot quicker like this. Basically, by the time I can even circle in on the next blob, we're ready to destroy it. Also, we should buy this to get more resources per shot, but there's actually an achievement we can get. We just need to be rich before we buy something. I also destroyed 2 blobs with the lasers without moving the cursor. That was very easy to do. Now we're at 50% cost. There's 49%, so if we buy that, we should be able to get the second upgrade as well. So I can actually get a multiplier for my resource generator with a secret mission. I've just got to go Aries, Capricorn times 2, Aries, and Capricorn times 2. So now I just gotta fire in 2 more of the light blue ones and we'll get a multiplier for the generation of our newest resource. So that one and 1 more as soon as it wants to turn up. Got it. So now we're generating 0.14 per second. So every 10 seconds, 1.5 points. I do need to work my way down. I see how this works. Destroy a blob with the lasers while on your phone. Not sure I understand what that means. Oh, I literally have a phone. So that was easy. So now our generation's even higher. Destroy the blobs in the following order. And that's easily done. Multiplier, we're up to 0.3 per second now. So every 3 seconds, we get about a point. This one's actually a little bit harder to do. Buy an upgrade less than 3 seconds after you get the funds to do it. So I basically got to sit there and wait. I think this one's going to be the first one. It's at 21 to 25. And I think it's 3 seconds per point. There's 22. So as soon as it hits 25, we're going to buy it. And all the while this is happening, our drone is making lots of points in the background. There's 24. Should be another second. And then we can buy it. And then we're good to go for the new achievement thing. That feels like a long 3 seconds. I would like to buy this now. There it is. Got it. And this is done. We're also going to get a 5% extraction rate. There's 17 points sitting in our stock, so we'll get 5% of those every once in a while, I think. Push the chaser and have it destroy a Gemini blob. I haven't unlocked the chaser yet because I've been buying everything else. This is the chaser. We can actually buy right now. It's another drone that chases down blobs and destroys them on contact. So now we're multi-blobbing it. I accidentally push and leave the chaser at a location far from any blob. Okay, accidentally did that. I do need to push it into a Gemini, which I think is one we don't have yet. But we can prevent it from moving for 3 seconds. That sounds easy to do. We'll probably just force you against the side. Sort of. Can we stall you here? Does that count? How do we get you to hold still? Well, I suppose we're long overdue to unlock the Leo blobs. And those are just a yellow blob that are going to start to earn themselves points the same old way. So we'll save up some of those and invest in themselves. 15 points. We now get 2 per yellow blob destroyed. I made the chaser hold still for 3 seconds finally just by finessing it around. So now we just need push a chaser and have it destroy a Gemini blob first. Then we can get the secret message, but I don't know where we're going to get Gemini blobs yet. But we will get 1 more yellow point per yellow blob, so it's up to 3. We're also going to increase the blob spawn rate. That's only 25 points, but it's going to increase the blob spawn rate by 50%. That's enormous. And we're going to have more blobs on the screen at any one time. So now the lasers and everything are going to be really busy destroying this stuff. Also, the light blue Capricorns, they're going to get twice as many per one shot, so they're getting 20 per shot. The yellows are also jumping up to 5 per bullet, so everything's going up very nicely. The investments in production rates will always pay off eventually, so we can still get this even more, so it's going to go from 5 to 7 per shot. Every time we shoot down a yellow, it's 7 whole points. We definitely need more blob spawn rate because it's not sitting at its max capacity yet, but we can already actually afford to get that. So the spawn rate's going up 50%, so hopefully that number is going to sit closer to 12, and then we know we're really using its capacity. And since I don't have anything else to spend light blue points on, we're going to upgrade my laser rate of fire 40%, so we're doing 1.4 shots per second. That's quick. So we're also going to increase the power level of the generator, which is currently doing whatever it's doing, 0.44 per second. We do that, it doubled it, so 0.88 per second. And we got the 23,000 we needed to double the Aries essence. That was our original blob. That's going to double it to 80. Every time we kill a pink blob, we get 80 points. We're going to upgrade yellow production again. We're getting 10 per bullet now. Also, we're going to put more blobs out on the map in general because we've got a lot of those points as well. So now we can hold up to 15 out there. I kind of want a super fast laser at this point because we can make so many points just by me lasering things rapid fire.
I'm starting to get some healthy dopamine overload.
I'm excited for all the upgrades to the point where I can't really decide which one I want to do first. We're going to increase the spawn rate by 50% for all the blobs. Now we can spawn in 4 per second, up to 15 for now. So now we're sitting at 15 out of 15 pretty regularly. Okay, my laser fire rate is going up by 40% again, so we're going from 1.4 per second to 2 per second. Now we should be able to laser the things much quicker again for even more income. Now I basically have to mouse over for just a half a second before the laser charges up and shoots it. I'm also going to increase the fire rate of my original turret by 50%. Now it fires 2 bullets per second, so it should be able to really thin out all those numbers. When we can, we'll increase its RPM, but that still costs 15,000. We can also upgrade our yellows now. We're getting 20 per shot, so that has doubled its increase. And we're going to also increase the RPM of our drone in the center by 50%. Now that little thing's going to make us so many points all by itself. We still need bigger numbers though. I need a lot more zeros. But we're going to unlock the Gemini blobs at this point because we can still afford that. Also, we're going to have more capacity so we can have even more blobs on the screen. I also need to steer this into a Gemini blob, I believe. So we'll get a bonus for other points. Does that count? Yep. There's so many things to click on everywhere. Lasers store up to 1 unfired shot when it can't find a target. These instant shots, yeah, that's expensive, but we'll get to that. So it seems like Gemini blobs are going to be a little bit hard to find. This is now up to 1 point per second as well. And if we get the secret one, destroy the following. So we got to go in that order. We'll get a big boost. Okay, I did the secret code, so we get a boost. Now it's up to 2 per second point production. That's massively ahead of where it was. The white Gemini blobs are going to be a little bit hard to get right now, but we're already getting 14 per one destroyed apparently. I think they spawn more rarely, but they're worth more by default. So we'll find those wherever we can and shoot them right away and then upgrade them. In fact, I just did upgrade them. We're getting 36 per shot now. Light blues also get an upgrade. They're up to 20 per shot now. So that's going to be worth a lot. These things spawn often. We can also increase the power level of the generator. So that's now spawning 5 of those points per second. We can upgrade the Geminis. They're currently at 84 per blob. Now they're at 168. And we can unlock this new drone. When fully charged, this drone detonates and blasts all blobs within a small radius. Yes. So that's going to wander around. So the more blobs we have on screen, the better. Speaking of which, we're going to turn their spawn rate up at this point. 50%. So instead of 4 per second, we're going to have 6 per second. We got all those drones, so we might as well do everything we can to get more blobs on screen. Also, the laser can store up to 1 unfired shot. I think we're going to get 2 of those, you might as well. And we also have a new mission completed because we unlocked a bunch of new missions. So now if I'm not mousing over anything, I've got a bunch of lasers charged up so I can rapid fire a whole bunch. And that's actually completing missions accidentally. And something big is happening at the bottom. Leave the Zodiac star to find another essence collected to help Taurus's algorithm. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm having fun here. Why do I want to go somewhere else? Also, I'm going to turn up the extraction rate for this. We just broke the threshold there, so 10% extraction rate. So that's going to turn the number of Aquariuses up. And we're going to upgrade this one again. That way we can have more blobs on screen at any one time. And the white guys, they're going to get upgraded again. So we're going to get 672 every time we destroy one. And I keep forgetting I got to complete some more of these missions over here. Detonate the detonator a very short time before it is due anyway. Okay, well, that's easy. I'm also going to make its radius bigger so it explodes bigger. I think eventually it could explode greatly. I can do this and explode it when the second ring is starting to charge. So there we go. I need to detonate it just before it's actually ready to charge. That's up to 6.4 per second. We need this multiplier. So I just need to follow that order. That was easy. The hardest part is weaving between all the colors, but now that's up to 13 per second. And if we can manage to finish the next row, that would be even better. So I think this travel zone is supposed to be like a prestige thing. You're supposed to sort of start knocking out all of these missions before you prestige, and then you get better bonuses. We're clearly not ready to do that yet. Yeah, we're going to upgrade the yellow production and the white production at this point. Those are both insane. The yellows are getting 40 per blob and the whites are getting 2,300. We're also going to get more blobs on the screen at any one time, simply because we can afford that and quite easily. In saying that, we're also going to start building up my Insta-Shot. We're getting so many per shot that we're just going to have rapid-fire lasers soon. Although upgrades are expensive, this costs 50,000 for a radius upgrade for my explosive drone. Alright, let's take another Insta-Shot build-up. Now we got tons of charges, so we can absolutely decimate large piles of blobs. And we're going to make the radius of our explosive drone 20% bigger again. The next one of those has to do with another unit entirely anyway, but look how big that thing's getting. It's going to be an absolute destroyer soon. At this point, we can actually upgrade the pinks again. They're going to get 160 per blob. And light blues are also getting doubled. They're up to 80 per shot. Then we're going to increase our laser recharge supply thing, so we're able to fire like 8 shots at once. Yeah, we should probably go ahead and unlock the next thing, the Taurus blob. They'll start showing up. We're currently getting 1 per blob. It shouldn't take long with this rate of destruction though to get a whole bunch of those. We can already upgrade it, so we're getting 2 per blob. And now we're getting 3 per blob. And there's plenty of those spawning, so we could happily take advantage of those numbers. Okay, we're going to upgrade Taurus again. We're now getting 5 per blob. And we'll keep upgrading that as much as we can. We need those big numbers for everything. I'm also going to increase the capacity of the blobs that can be on screen at any one time. So that's up to 35 now. And we're also going to have a shot at doing a double shot now. So when my laser fires, it might not use up a charge. So it can potentially fire a lot of times before it runs out. Also, we're going to spend some of our Taurus points to upgrade the generator level. That went from 13 to 26 point production per second. I've also got this fun mission where I've got to keep my lasers above 0% and below 100%, and that's done. I guess my laser fire rate can go up another 40%. We're at 1.9 now. We're at 2.7 per second now, so it's even quicker than it was before. The spawn rate for blobs is also going up by 50%, which is absolutely unnecessary at this point, but you can never have too many blobs. You know what, we're going to upgrade the chaser speed as well. That's a little orange drone that's going around rampaging. The quicker it goes, the more it can run into. I don't know how long this one's been here for, a chaser's blade, but it is up there. It costs 10,000, so as soon as we get that, we're absolutely going to do it because that looks like fun. So I've just got to focus on the purples. I'm now about to spend 350,000 Gemini essences to upgrade their production, but they're now getting 9,000 per blob. And the purple Tauruses are going to double their income as well. They're up to 20 per blob. Ooh, we can increase our original drone's fire rate by 50%. So it was at 3 per second, now it's at 4.4 per second. Actually, I'm going to upgrade my reserve lasers as well. That next upgrade is really expensive though. Finally saved up the 10,000 I need for the Chaser's blade, so we're going to get that. And I know it's got a few missions where like you got to try and make it do a full rotation without destroying any blobs, and that one's going to be hard to do because you got to make the Chaser go over there and not have this one touch anything in between. So you kind of got to go like that, and hopefully it doesn't touch anything while it's making its revolution like that. Well, I need that thing to wander around doing lots of damage to everything. It's going to be a slow go for now though to get the cancer essence. What I do need is this, more blobs on the screen at any one time. That way there's just more chance of it hitting stuff, and I think we have to play the waiting game. But I did just get a new catching up upgrade that actually unlocked a new thing over here. Buy an upgrade less than 3 seconds after you've unlocked it. I'm going to upgrade this guy's chasing speed as well. 20% more there, that way it can go around the map quicker, and hopefully the thing following it will just get lots more points. It's already ready to upgrade. Okay, the oranges are getting upgraded again. They're now getting 3 per blob, and then I'm going to let the game play itself a little bit and add some stuff up for me. Sometime later, we're stacking up the points. We can upgrade this at least one more time. Now we're getting 20 per blob. There's a bunch of other upgrades shaking because they're so excited to be upgraded, so we're going to go ahead and do all of those, including this one. So we're going to get even more points, 72 per second. Plus the light blues are ready to go up here, so we can actually bring that up to considerably more of the reimbursement thing. Oh, we can also make our detonator drone go off more often. And I suppose the faster the chaser thing moves, the longer away it's going to get from the other thing and has more chance to run into stuff in between. I also got a thing for pushing a chaser during an entire blade cycle, so that's something. There's still a lot of different things we got to work on. And we're going to increase the laser rate of fire by 40%, so up to 4 lasers per second. Also, let's get more blobs on screen. That's going from 45 up to 55. The more we have, the better. Also, more oranges, so they're getting 40 per touch. So it basically takes over as my laser. So now my cursor is automatically going around wherever this thing is. And I'm okay with that. The spawn rate of all the blobs is going up by 50%, which is insane, so there's 13 per second spawning. So next, we're going to need 20,000 orange points because we can start giving bullets a critical chance, and blobs destroyed with critical damage give us Scorpio essence. We've already gotten 13 of them, so we can upgrade these as we go too. We need 30 for the first to double our input. We fairly quickly saved up several thousand green points, so we're going to spend those all upgrading our green income. And also our orange, yellow, pink, light blue, purple, and white income, and also this one. We're now making 152 of these every second. And while we're at it, let's boost up so we can have a total of 70 on the map at any one time. Also, I'm going to give myself a higher chance to not consume lasers when I shoot. There's a 20% chance of that happening. This thing is currently firing my lasers, so we'll just let that keep going. It's doing good work. A few more minutes later and the greens are ready to upgrade again. We'll get 3 more per blob, so we're up to 10 per blob. That also means we can make our explosive guy, the detonation radius, 20% bigger. And since we're getting so many orange points, let's make him go off 25% faster. That's actually a good size explosive radius. If that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, we're going to be able to blow up a lot of stuff. Finally, painstakingly, saved up enough orange points to get a 10% crit chance. And we can also get this critical bullets split into 3 bullets on impact. That's going to be expensive, but we'll save up for that as well. In the meantime, we'll get ball B65. This drone rolls around bouncing off blobs, the cursor into orbital edge. Blobs are destroyed in the process, sure. So that's just another drone that's out there making a mess of everything. We've collected almost 5 million pink blobs by now. Those are just the pink ones. And that's fantastic because we'll let this run for the next million years and pick it up again and see what happens.
Monday morning blues. I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful. Tuesday afternoon, I'm calling you home.